Did you know that the Bible hides one of the most shocking and intriguing stories in Judges 19? This passage is filled with mystery, violence, and a cry for justice that shook an entire nation. In today's video, we take a deep dive into this surprising narrative, which challenges us to reflect on the nature of evil and the power of unity. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like. This helps us continue to bring you rich, insightful content like this. I also invite you to pay close attention to every detail in this video. Every moment you watch will be an opportunity to discover something new and understand how this story can transform the way we see the world around us. The importance of following each part of the video? It's simple. Judges 19 is not just a story of ancient times. It offers us powerful lessons about how to act in the face of injustice and adversity today. By absorbing all the details, you will be able to apply these teachings in your own life, facing challenges with more wisdom and courage. So, stay with us until the end, because what's to come will change your perspective and motivate you to be a force for transformation in your environment. Let us together unravel the terrifying mystery of Judges 19 and learn lessons that can impact our lives in powerful ways. The story of Judges 19 is undoubtedly one of the most disturbing in Scripture, and it carries a deep spiritual weight. She recounts an event so horrific that it leaves the Israeli community shocked and divided. But beyond the terror, this story reveals to us the deep need for unity, justice, and personal transformation. Let's explore two aspects that can inspire us to act with determination and courage, even in the face of the worst adversity. The opportunity for transformation, an awakening to the reality of evil. In chapter 19 of the book of Judges, we find a narrative of a Levite who travels with his concubine. During her stay in Gibeah, a city of the tribe of Benjamin, terrible violence occurs against the woman, culminating in her death. This cruel act sparks an outcry for justice throughout the nation of Israel, which ultimately leads to civil war. This story seems to drag us into darkness, but it is there that we find an opportunity for reflection and change. At first glance, it may seem like just a story of chaos and despair, but when we look at it with a heart for transformation, we realize that this episode reveals a harsh truth. Evil can grow where justice is neglected and where community grows apart. Of God's values. The mistake of Gibeah and the tribe of Benjamin was not only the violence committed, but also the omission and lack of accountability. This chapter of the Bible makes us reflect on the importance of recognizing mistakes and acting to correct them. If we remain passive in the face of injustices that occur around us, we run the risk of letting evil spread. The great cry for justice at the end of the story of Judges 19 is a call to action, so that we are not spectators to the suffering of others. God invites us to be agents of change, to bring light where there is darkness, and to restore what has been broken. This passage motivates us to ask, how can I be a force for justice and healing in my own circle of influence? How can I take action to stop cycles of pain and destruction around me? When we recognize that evil persists when we remain silent, we find the impetus to seek transformation, both in ourselves and in the society in which we live. Unity in the midst of chaos, the strength of community. Another deeply motivating aspect of Judges 19 is the call for the unity of the nation of Israel against the evil that has taken over a portion of its own people. After the terrible event in Gibeah, the other tribes of Israel unite to confront the tribe of Benjamin, who refuses to hand over the city's culprits. This episode, although violent, reveals something powerful about the importance of a community acting together to confront evil. The ensuing civil war, with all its tragedies, also shows us that justice can come at a great cost. Yet it is the unity of the people of Israel that serves as a reminder that when we work together, we can confront even the worst challenges. Although Israel was divided, the cry for justice united them, leading them to seek correction of a devastating wrong. Today, this story invites us to reflect on the power of unity in the face of adversity. Alone, we are limited, but when we come together with others who share the same desire for justice, the impact of our actions multiplies. The 19th chapter of Judges calls us to form strong communities, not only to fight evil, but also to support each other in times of pain and loss. In our lives, We often face situations that seem impossible to resolve. Maybe we deal with injustices at work, in our family, or in society. But when we turn to the community for support, be it our family, church, or friends, we find strength that we would never have had on our own. This passage reminds us that we should not carry these burdens alone, but rather seek unity, where we can find the strength to restore what has been broken. Furthermore, Israel's unity challenges us to recognize that even when change seems difficult, we must continue fighting for what is right. We must be moved by the conviction that, even in the midst of chaos, God's justice will prevail. Conclusion: find strength in light and unity. The 19th chapter of Judges, despite its shocking content, motivates us to look beyond the darkness and see the urgent need for justice and unity. He reminds us that evil grows in the absence of action and that, therefore, we are called to be agents of transformation. At the same time, it invites us to find strength and purpose in community, reminding us that, united, we can face any adversity. This tragic story is not just a tale of horror, but a reminder that even in the worst circumstances, there is an opportunity for change. It challenges us to act, to fight for justice, and to build strong communities where good prevails over evil. When we unite around truth and justice, we become part of something bigger, something that can transform the world around us. May we, then, be inspired by the courage to act, by the strength to unite, and by the certainty that light can always prevail over darkness. Thank you very much for watching the video. If this story impacted you, share it with friends and family. They can also be inspired by the powerful lessons from Judges 19. And don't forget to check out the next video that will appear on your screen, full of insights you won't want to miss.